Assalamu alaikum. Dear children, we have a very exciting story for you today. It's called Stand for Palestine. Follow me through. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Mama and Zain came back from school. They were tired and glad to be home. Mama had prepared their favorite food, spaghetti, meatballs and blueberry scones. Yes, it's the best food ever, Zain exclaimed happily. Mia joined in excitedly. But Zain and Mima noticed that something wasn't right. Mama seemed distracted and the phone didn't leave her sight. Mima was concerned. She asked if Mama was okay. Mama replied sadly, "Awful things happened in Palestine today." As they were talking about the news, they heard a strange sound. There were lots of people outside and their chants were quite loud. "Free Palestine! Free Palestine!" The kids couldn't tell what they were saying. But as the crowd marched near, they started to hear the words and their voices became clear. "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." "Mama, what is Palestine?" Zain asked. "Come on kids, let's join them," Mama said. "I'm so tired," said Mima. "Please, can I stay at home instead?" Mama explained that in Palestine, people are losing their homes. They will have no place to live and have no place to go. "We have to stand with them," Mama cried. "I'll tell you the details when we get back. Now we have to join the march, so leave your lunch and grab a snack." Mama, Zain and Mia rushed out the door and started marching with the crowd. Zain and Mia was unsure, but Mama started chanting aloud, "The people united will never be defeated." Zain noticed that there were all types of people. Old, young, men, women. They were speaking many languages and had different shades of skin. There were women wearing hijab and women with long hair. Some had their hair dark and curly, while others had it straight and fair. There were people wearing t-shirts with writing and cool designs. Zain read the words they said, "Just another Jew standing for Palestine." "Free, free Palestine." They all looked so different, but do you know what was interesting? They were holding the same flag and together they were chanting, "Free, free Palestine." They finally went home after walking for hours. They were sweaty from the march and definitely needed showers. Zain asked Mama, "Why are people losing their homes in Palestine?" Mama sighed and said sadly, "It's a long story, filled with crime. What's going on there in Palestine?" A long time ago, in the land of Palestine, Jews, Muslims, and Christians lived in harmony, side by side. They practiced different religions, and they were fair and kind. But that was not the case. In the continent of Europe, Jewish people had to face daily harm and pain. Then a man named Theodore Herzl said this injustice cannot remain. But he came up with an unfair plan. Zionism was its name. Zionism is the belief that there should be a land only for the Jews. Herzl tried to protect his people, but he ignored others' thoughts and views. He decided that Palestine would be the perfect place to make Israel the Jewish-only state. And the people already living there could simply be displaced. He wanted to kick out everyone who was not a Zionist and take Palestinian land, pretending Palestine do not exist. We will make this land a Jewish state, he said. Over the years, some European Jews began to move to Palestine, and Zionism grew. Then came an evil leader. Adolf Hitler was his name. He hurt many people because they were different and not the same. Including Jews from Europe, he caused them a lot of pain. Sadly, Hitler's awful actions made Zionism thrive. It forced many Jews to flee for their lives. Some became Zionists and went to Palestine. When the Zionists arrived, they worked hard to create Israel, the unjust, Jewish-only state. The Palestinians didn't want the Jews to face any harm, but Zionists were taking their land, and that caused alarm. Until this day, Zionists are stealing people's homes, and Palestine shrinks while Israel grows. The Palestinians defend themselves with everything they own, and they stand bravely to protect their families and their homes. But Israel has the best weapons, the best food, and the best water. It destroys everything in Palestine with its army and its power. Israeli soldiers stop Palestinians from walking freely in their own grounds. They build walls and barriers, blocking them from moving around. The wall separates Palestinians from their families and friends, making it impossible for them to meet on weekends and even weekdays and even weekends. This must stop. The sad thing is, the cruelty is being repeated by Zionists treating Palestinians the same unfair way that they were treated. That's why the people stood up shouting today, "Free, free Palestine." They want Zionism to go away. They want the Jews, Muslims, and Christians living together side by side. Equality is their mission, and a free Palestine is their pride. Zain and Mima listened to the story carefully. They were quiet and sad. Why can't everyone be treated equally? They just didn't understand. What can we do to support them? Asked Mima. Mama said that we will have to do everything in our hands. We march and we shout and we make our demands, telling the whole world to stop Zionism from stealing the Palestinians' land. We must also make sure to use our money with care and never spend it on anything that helps Israel stay unfair. Before we buy anything, we must check the movement called the BDS. It gives us an important list of the companies that supports the Zionists. It was time to go to sleep. Zain and Mima crawled into bed, but they were thinking about the Palestinians without a roof over their head. The next day, Zain and Mima got prepared. They painted a flag and made a sign, "Stand for Palestine." They were brave and had no fear. They were ready to stand for Palestine. Did you know that Palestinians use many symbols to show that they'll always fight for their freedom? Each symbol has a very interesting story behind it. Let's learn more about these stories and try to find out the symbol of the Palestinian resistance hidden in this book. This book is a must-read for all you little children. I hope you enjoyed the story. Assalamu alaikum.